All right, everybody, welcome to Girls Can't Geek Land. All right, the home of the brave, the free, the beautiful, and the luscious, but also, nerdy as well. It is your girl Goku's god cousin. Happy to see everybody. And next we got our favorite, our CEO.
You already know it's Money My Game. What's popping, everybody? I'm so excited to be here on Girls Can't Geek today. What's up, Girls Can't Geek Land?
And hey, this is Sunshine and Georgia Rays.
Hers is all cute. Hey. Y'all know me. It's your girl, SD Trinity, leader of the Squirtle Squad. What's good?
Yes. Ladies, how have you all been?
Ooh, good.
Good.
Amazing.
Jiggly, she'll be on the next one. You know what I'm saying? We got some special things for y'all today, and we did not want to spoil it for her. I'll say that again. We did not want to spoil it for her. So if you have not already taken your ass to see Wakanda Forever, Wakanda por siempre, take your ass
What
there.
you been doing?
Okay, right. What you been doing? Come on. What's good with it? Come on. So we will be having spoilers in this episode, and we will be enlightened, and we'll be talking about loads of little different topics. This is gonna be a short one today, but I'm excited. Yes. So with that being said, everybody, what was like your first initial reaction about Wakanda Forever? Like how did it? How did you do?
That's it. That's the reaction. Was just I was
Actually, what kind of what? I'm like, wait, hold up.
I will say this, Namor, where you at?
Right?
Namor. Okay.
I will be a mermaid.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I want to be.
Keep singing.
Let me be your little mermaid, man. Like, just bring me up, just a little for the one time. Come to the shore for a hot second. You know what I mean? Just saying.
My sister put up a post. She said, "Till the room stank." I was like, "Ew."
She said, "I want to be where the kids with the swim trunks are." Okay, where they at?
We need him, but with his bulge, not edited out. We need the bulge. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, my bad. Spoiler alert. They took out his bulge. Like.
And we'll timestamp in the description where you can tune into us without all the lovely spoilers and tidbits. Okay. Y'all. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tenoch Huerta. Fine.
Beautiful man.
Fine.
Yes.
Beautiful man. Okay. Wakanda Forever is going to help us lead into our talk about indigenous peoples and Mexican heritage as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say I really loved how they highlighted both African culture, Black American culture with Riri Williams, as well as the Mexican indigenous and Mayan and I know it's Yucatan.
That's like Aztec Mayan, right?
Yeah.
If we wrong, like let us know. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
In the movie they said it was Yucatan Mayan.
Yeah, Yucatan Mayan. Yeah. The music.
Oh my God.
That song Con La Brisa, and then the other song that is in Yucatan that I cannot pronounce, the one at the end, the credits, fire. Soundtrack, fire.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Talocan. I feel like one of the best things to come moving forward in the next phase, you guys, as true fans, not just of, the cinematic universe, but what Marvel has been able to do with Namor, now Namor, is bring more of an ethnic approach to an otherwise, I feel like, really mysterious underwater kingdom or domain, because it's everything beneath Wakanda now, spoiler alert. So that just gives you so much more power because while everybody that's into, science fiction or comic book or manga you
Mhm.
have this marriage of folklore being, you
Mhm.
know, it's a marriage between folklore and the science fiction that comes with
Yeah.
what goes on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Mhm.
And for Wakanda and the rest of the world, and then now introducing this really important piece introduced with this ethnicity aspect. And I'm very happy that it wasn't bland the way we may have seen it before in the literature. Shout out to Midtown Comics, where I first was able to read up on, you know, the slutty Namor, and now getting to know, you know, the more like, I guess the character development that we're seeing with Namor.
Yes.
El niño sin amor, you know, the kid, the child without love.
Without love.
It's-
And I
it's
like
so
the
cool.
fact that for once we're getting underwater cities that are not European based.
Yeah.
They always try to goad us with the, oh, Atlantis is Scandinavian. They're this, they're that, but it's never any other culture. When we have African cultures, we have
Yeah.
Polynesian cultures, we have Native American, and when I say Native American, I'm talking about America as a whole.
Yeah.
Not just one
We all-
continent, all
Right.
three.
Right. And we all of those cultures have water based
Or water.
tribes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And then like when those sirens, like, okay, if you're of Carib descent, if you're of West Indian descent, and if you're in that heritage, you already know about mermaids. You already know about mermaids. And then Mami Wata, you know, like Africans, and then Yamaya, you know, like you always hear about people in the water. And I really like how they highlighted it. The point where I almost cried was when he showed Princess Shuri his like home like underwater, because that was just so like wholesome, you know.
Yeah.
That was so wholesome.
Nothing bland there. It was
Yeah.
feelings.
Yes.
The feels.
It invoked everything. I was just like, woo, like this is so beautiful. I usually love to cry at happy moments, not the sad moments, because you know, I love to cry at happy stuff, because I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful, you know. But that, you know, there's something I'm not hearing people say, and it might upset some people.
Uh-oh.
Not the okay. Now I thought about a TikTok I made. Not that point yet, but no one is talking about. I feel that Queen Ramona started the war between Namor and the Wakandans because of her grief that she was still dealing with, and how much pain she had when she was like, I just lost my son and now I've lost my daughter. I want my daughter by any means.
Yeah.
I mean, but as a mother, I don't have any children, but like that feeling of wanting to protect, you know, it's like, I guess it's that weird spiritual bond that happens, but like that thing of I want my child. And I'm talking about her making rash decisions because she also fired the chief of the Dora Milaje. That hurt me.
Yes.
Because I'm like, ma'am, this is literally your right hand, you know, and you're not listening to her. Mistakes happen, but it's like with the Dora Milaje, these are women that don't have any superpowers, but they are in the Marvel universe, and far as humans, they are.
As far as some people from Tulacan too. Yeah.
Right? But they don't have no. They're just, you know.
That's all base training. Like that's all them.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. And I'm just like, dang, like, ma'am. But I'm like, all that grief and all that pain. I want to go and segue into this. You guys, how do you feel like the way that they showed the grieving and them healing through Chadwick Boseman's passing, him, the actor, and how they did that through like show like respecting and showing grace towards T'Challa? How do you guys feel like they displayed that in the movie?
I thought it was extremely respectful and emotional.
Very much.
It was in a way of celebration, which I appreciate, instead of just trying to make us cry about it.
Yeah.
Which is where Hollywood normally would go with a death.
Mhm.
There is just, this person died. You should feel sad. Cry now. He didn't give us that. He gave us, this man was our rock. He was
Yeah.
everything we lived for.
Yeah.
He is our pride. And that in turn made you go, you're right.
Yep.
And that was just
Yeah.
excellent to me.
Yeah, I agree. I think, well, first of all, I already started crying right off rip. I already knew I'm a crybaby. Y'all know I be crying all the time.
Mhm.
But I saw when they showed like his portrait painted and they had the drummers, like I was already there. I was already tears boohooing and everything. But what really got me, like, I'm about to cry my lashes off. I don't know why I went with lashes or makeup. I was gonna cry it off anyways. But was when they showed them touching his coffin. And I was like, I know these are real tears. These aren't like I'm acting tears. These are really like I'm saying goodbye to my friend. I'm saying goodbye to, somebody I truly cared for, that I worked with, that I was homies with. Like, just Chadwick himself, and then also crying because they lost, their king. So for me, I was like, I know these are real tears. And if they're real tears, I'm definitely crying. So like the whole process, and then when they're waiting, not waiting, but when they're in the forest, and Shuri's like literally just stuck touching the coffin, I was like, girl, don't let go. Don't let him go. Don't let go just yet. Like, we need him just a little bit longer. I feel like they were just like, go ahead, you're going to touch the coffin, and then you're going to walk away. And I think she really just had a full breakdown. Like, I'm losing T'Challa. I'm losing Chadwick. Like, this is the last that we're going to be, now I'm saying talking about him, but like for the movie's sake, like this is it, like we're saying goodbye. Oh, I was all up in here. I was choked. Okay, like just all the napkins I grabbed for that popcorn were all from my boogers at the end of the day. Like it was beautifully done though. Like, and then of course, when they show like the Marvel and everything, it was quiet. I was like, oh, not the silence. Oh, not the moment of silence. Cried there too. Just
I almost cried. Silence, right? Oh.
I almost cried at that part. Almost, because it almost. I felt it. I was like, it was just a beautiful moment. Once again, I was like, nah, not today. Yeah. Not today. No.
Yeah, but they did keep going like throughout the movie, still showing respect for him.
Yeah.
In bigger spots or little spots, whoever it was just, hey, we're still acknowledging what you're doing. And even when Shuri and Riri like do the handshake at the end, I was like, oh, she did that with her brother at the same spot.
Yeah.
Like, I was, oh man, done again. Just, I was connecting stuff, and I was like, oh, Chadwick, T'Challa. Like, it was beautiful. Like, I'm gonna go see it again. I have to go see it at this point again.
I talked about a lot of the Chadwick Boseman scenes with someone who was not of Black or brown descent, and they shared that they thought it was. I said this, and you have to remember what you say, because another person that is not you will repeat it and take it as their own. Always remember that, people listening. I said that sometimes there were some moments where I thought like, okay, I understand that they're doing this a lot because Ryan Coogler found out that Chadwick Boseman died while he was writing this movie. Then he had to go back and rewrite. And they used this filming process as a healing process as well. And I was like, I felt like it was a lot, sometimes too much, but I'm like, no, it's not too much. Because I remember when I suffered a loss like that, in the amount I'm still processing things, you know? So I understand why, and it is beautiful, and I respect it. And this person who is not of our descent, he's more Wahite, if I mean, 8 by 11, you understand? Okay, if you get that, he was just saying
insiders.
Yeah. He was just like, I didn't get it. And then I had to explain that whole thing. Like, Ryan Coogler literally, like, they grew through this movie. And it's something in our culture. Grieving is a thing where,
tell them, be like, yo, in your Wahite language, in the great words of the Joker, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah. That part. That, and then there was a lot of things I'm like, I can't talk to you about this like I want to because I know you just won't get it.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Does anyone have any cons or any moments about the movie? Yes, Bunny.
I know y'all all out here and Girls Can't Get Glam gonna want to shoot me down, all of the things. But I'ma lead with love and say, y'all know I don't play. I'm not 20 nothing years old. I really be in my house happy. Like I really do. And I hope that for everybody here listening. Now, having said that, I find that I should have been able to watch this movie on Disney Plus. I don't give a fuck. My living room is better. I had the 3D, real 3D. I had all of the things. They had alcohol. I brought this bottle home from there. You know, it had the alcohol and the chicken wings, all of the things. But I need to be able to cry in my crib. It's mad comfortable here. The heat is to the setting I want. Blankets, fuzzy Ugg socks, all of the things. I feel like because I had to be forced to watch it in a movie theater, even though it was just me and my friend, I still believe I should have been able to watch this in my crib because having to watch it in public made it mid. It made it mid for me because I want to be able to grieve a la Coogler. But at the same time, I want to be able to say out loud, and I couldn't say it in the movie theater because I was on the mic. But I wanted to say, yo, like, it's a lot of overkill. I get it. And spoiler alert, we're looking at a possible, spinoff. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of things happening in Haiti, in Haiti, for those natives that do remember water culture in the Caribbean. Haiti is the island where we get, Coogler's rendition of what he might want to make a spinoff. And I'm excited about that. But I wanted to say something out loud. And when you're in a public forum, you can't be like, yo, why y'all doing the most? And I wanted to say that. Dead ass Goku, I'm glad that you brought that up. Yes, Trin. Yes, Georgia. I really felt all of the fuzzy feelings. But I wanted to feel them in my house because I felt like it was a little bit too much for a public setting like that. I'm not Coogler. I need to be able to process that much grief in my, controlled environment. Because we're going to have Waite, of the Whitefoot tribe, deciding, whether or not I should be, if somebody needs to make a green alert on my ass. So I say that to say, I don't think it's far-fetched what you guys just heard Goku saying. Despite the fact that, Ray and Trin have mentioned it was very respectful, but I agree with you as well, and I feel very strongly about both stances. If Coogler would have grieved a little less publicly through this screenplay, I would not have been swallowing my pride and saying, damn, I wish this was on Disney Plus because I could have done this in my fucking house with some dope shit to, CBD for the pain.
Yes.
I mean, I agree. Like I said, I wanted to talk, like really discuss what was going on, but I couldn't because, again, now you got lucky where the movie was empty. Mine was packed, okay? And I'm sitting here like looking like, oh, I need to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, can I pause this? And
there was chicken tenders everywhere.
See, I got lucky the second time, and it was.
Ooh, she got lucky twice.
No, the first time I was in like an affluent area with the Whitefoot tribe, as you can put it.
They're great people.
Well. So I had to swallow things, and I was feeling the same way you were, where I was like, I'd rather had been able to sit in my living room because my TV got better color than this projector screen.
The Wahite don't get our tonalities. It's okay,
right.
Wahite. We get it.
The second time, it was a theater full of us, so I got the period. And what you gonna do about it? And the theater ate it up. But it's because it's us. We get that. We were thinking the same thing as we watched it. Talking about, so bet you won't do that again.
Right. right. So look, okay. Since we go, I got 2 points. 2 points. Okay. 1, I'm into fighting. I prefer the fight choreography to the first Black Panther to this one. Shuri is more of a tech person, and I saw that more. So a lot of the combat scenes were very long and drawn out, and they were not really that. The best combat scene was, of course, the General of the Dora Milaje, and I think his name was Atuma. You know, that was my favorite when they were on that bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, in Talocan.
I was able to call out some fight styles, but the first one, Black Panther, the first Black Panther had a lot more grappling based stuff, and that's
your jam.
Yeah, so I really enjoy that more. So in terms of the fight choreography, I knew that it was a rush for Princess Shuri to get into the Black Panther and really learn how to fight, and I'm like, I can tell training has not been your mind. And I had to remember stuff. You know, this is young blood. These are the, you know, shoot first, ask questions later. You know,
character development
is not the thing. It's like, I would rather develop a gun to shoot you than, you know, because when it came down to it, you know, the Wakandians got smacked. Okay, beat. Okay,
Talocan was like, tear down.
Right. I said. Namor, he be training. They be training every day.
They got more than just training. They in there. They doing the things under the sea.
I will say it scared the crap out of me because first he tells you, I have more warriors than you have blades of grass, and then you get to see them in action. I was like, holy crap! The world should be terrified.
He ain't never lied.
Like, how are you gonna bring Free Willy up in the bay, be like, yeet, and throw people on the bridge to fight?
And it looked elegant the whole way, bro. Niggas never broke the fucking form. Like, it was like, oh, the whole time.
Y'all got, like, it's like Greyhound buses of whales. Y'all just all piled on and just.
I was so upset at these. I'm like, y'all need to learn how to swim. This is terrible. Why can't all the Wakandians swim? Why are y'all fitting into the stereotype? What is going on with this? I was like, damn,
don't do the stereotype right.
I'm not stereotype. This is my last complaint. Why the fuck did they put Namor in the fucking air fryer? Black people.
Okay,
stay away from the air fryer. Why did they, as soon as, evaporate the air, suck out the moisture because he can absorb it in the water and through his skin? I was like, why the fuck did they do that? They air fried that nigga to make him. I'm like, why?
Goku, I agree with you 100%. When they were like, try him, I was like, what they gonna do? Like, where they going? And all of a sudden, she's like, we're gonna build. I was like, they really are about to build an air fryer. And then the worst part, again, spoiler alert, he fucking cuts his fucking chicken wing off. And I was like, bruh,
not the wing.
Bruh, it looked like a whole chicken wing.
Look, I actually screamed for him. I was like, oh shit.
Now them shits was sexy. Don't be lying. Them shits was like.
It looked like your wings is like at least a whole foot, 2 feet long wings. But she cut that shit off, and then I was like, it's a whole. It's not even Tyson style chicken.
Show a hand, Trin. Show a hand.
Who
would lick the toast with the Purdue and everything?
Who would
lick the toast on the more?
Give me all the salt, okay?
Right.
Give me all of it. First of all, I know that man got seasoning. Okay, I know he got seasoning.
He's the salt bay. He'd be like,
here you go, Trin. I'd be like, oh, give it to me.
And you know he was extra salty when they started dehydrating him.
That's what I'm saying.
Air fryer!
Bruh.
These niggas don't find out. They don't find out.
Let me get some of that jerky. Like, come on now.
Oh shit.
They cut off his chicken wing and it made me really mad. But
like, damn.
I digress.
See, that's that shit. Cause she didn't know how to punch nobody, so she started pulling hair, pulling wings. Okay? Damn.
So we gotta work on that, Kugla. All right? It's a learning curve.
Yes. But you guys, on that note, I did enjoy that movie.
Yes.
And I feel like somebody else said it's like my sister's fiance was like, it's a gang war. I was like, shut up. Because he was
I mean,
around
kind of
people
yeah.
It kind of is. Because when things are going on, if you think about it, with like how politics and stuff it was, we were like, no, we coming together, we being together. But again, in the same situation, it's like, nah, no to this, no to that, and it's like, because he came up was like, let's join hands, because we all seen it, the the Bloods and the Crips and MS-13, all of them like tied their little things together, and they was out there in the street, right? We're like, oh,
they flags,
and then all the flags, and then all of a sudden it's like, now we still out here doing this shit, you know what I mean?
And
I think they should have joined forces, but a lot of what we were talking about with Kugler's grief and it being a grief-stricken decision-making process for Queen Ramonda, I don't think she was ready to go the way Shuri did and experience Talocan. If her grieving wouldn't have been so profound in her decision making, I think it could have allowed for her to also be included instead of it being a whole abduction thing or anything like that. It would have been a diplomatic voyage for her to be able to see the power of Talocan for herself. And if she would have seen what Shuri saw, she would have saw past what Shuri did.
Yeah.
Because Shuri is wise beyond her years, but if Ramonda would have taken diplomatic advantages, honey, that turf war would never have happened. It would have been fucking magnificent.
Yeah, I agree.
Nakia ain't exempt from that though, because when Nakia shot old girl, and Shuri was like, "Give me your Komoyo beads," and she was like, "We don't have time for this." If Shuri was able to do something to help that girl, at least make her survive just a little bit longer, I think he would have been more willing to talk versus immediately going into fight mode, because then he would have said, well, she cares about us. Because the girl would have at least survived long enough to say she tried to help me.
Yeah,
exactly. Also, if you think about it, again, spoiler alert, the queen died. When they kept showing off her hair, I was like, oh, we showing off too much hair, she dying, we ain't gonna be showing off all this all the time. Like,
not Queen Ramonda, she's always been,
yeah,
but
regal.
Also, if you think about it, and just most like POC households, the parents don't listen to us. It's their way, and that's it. And then things happen, and then you're like, see, I told you, mom, I told you, dad, whatever it is. And they're like, oh, well, we gonna do it my way anyways. And that's what happened, and that's what ended up with how she, how everything went. But it made me feel, I was like, I hope all the older generations that are watching this movie and be like, you know what, maybe I should listen to my kids, like just a little bit,
Yeah.
Take a little advice, Not saying you have to do everything, but all of that, of course, could have been avoided. Super side note, I know we're gonna try to move on. Give me that conch. I need to borrow it for a hot second. I need to, you know what I mean? Just be out right.
That
in there jiffy. I was like,
okay, sorry. That right there, my Cara people. Once again, the conch shell is something. It's an instrument that is still used today in a lot of music and songs, especially around the holidays too. Play it, and I really was excited when I saw that conch shell, because I was like, I was ready. I was ready to wake up already. Is the conch shell and some drums and your bell already? I was just like, they already know. So as soon as you saw conch shell and I just got excited. But does anybody have any more points that they want to bring up or highlight?
I did want to talk about how they use Haiti to film a lot of this. Shout out to Haiti. One of the most profound parts of the way that Coogler spins grief is allowing for production finance to be, spent on filming in an island like Haiti, Haiti is recovering from a lot of diplomatic grief.
Yeah.
As of late, and for production to be happening before, during, and after the loss of not just the president, but just of a very forward-thinking, for lack of better words, campaign. in Haiti, trying to do the best they can to rid themselves of national embarrassment that comes from relying on the U.S., relying on the UN, and grieving their president, able to allow for this MCU production to take place on their island, on our island where I come from. It's explicitly grief production. Every single scene that you have watched in this film has been filmed through the lens of Kugler's grief on an island that is actively grieving their politician, their president, their leader. And so it's a special thing to be able to watch art imitate life while life is imitating art, and you have that kind of full circle. And I wanted to be able to say, just shout out to Haiti for being able to make that deal, make that play, and allow for conversations to take place surrounding grief of nations in the MCU. And
I'm glad you brought that up, because there's a point that a lot of people have glossed over. The U.S. has a history of putting their nose in other countries' business for their own gain. And they pointed that out in the movie when they were having their little war room conversation, and they were like, well, the president wants to destabilize Wakanda. We've been doing that for generations. What happened to what's going on in Mexico is our fault. What's happened in Haiti is our fault. Cuba, our fault. We have been the problem for a lot of the world, and we almost never take credit for it. So I'm glad you said it, and I'm glad they shed light on it.
The people that don't know, they don't take credit. But if you know, you're gonna be enlightened enough to acknowledge. Yes, like you did so eloquently, like y'all did. Yes. Well, the timestamp is at 31. I'm gonna say 31.
Just make it 32
minutes. Timestamp for the spoilers. So we go in this. So if you want to tune back in.
Just do straight 32. It's safe now. Welcome back to the Girls Quickie.
We missed you.
Once again, it's no say no.
Do you guys have any well, of course they're non-historical nerdy. Do you guys have any fix? What have you guys been watching? New anime, new video games? We know we had something fire come out recently. God of War, anybody?
Man, God of War. Let me tell you something. Y'all saw it. If y'all were there for the stream, I really appreciate y'all watching, subbing, biddies, all that stuff. Even if you're in there for a hot second and dipped, I appreciate you. God of War has a whole chokehold on me. Okay. Again, I love folklore, I love mythology, all that stuff. So all of this, I'm like, oh yes. Now, when they told me to start this game on the hardest difficulty, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I'm still just like, why did I do that? So I'm there. I did take a break because the new Pokemon Violet and Scarlet did come out. I got it right here. Well, you can't see because it's all blurred out, but I got Violet. And then, like you said, I finished up all of Naruto, and now I'm on Shippuden. So I got to get through all that so that I can go through and watch all the movies and then get to Boruto and stuff like that. Because I've been watching it out of order. It's been years since the stuff's been out, so I'm like, let me catch up, like really remember what was happening. Yeah, just adulting. Who's not adulting? So that's what's been going on for the most part. But yeah, God of War. Highly recommend it, you guys. Even if you don't play video games like that, put it on the easiest setting and then just enjoy it for the storyline. It's great. I love it. Also, what is his name? Is it Christian Judge that plays Kratos?
I don't know.
Me and him need to talk. I know he on the other side of the fence, but I need him to come over here and just say my name one time in Kratos' voice, and I'll be done. It'll be a wrap. Like if he's like Trinity, I'll be like, thank you, and then I could die peacefully. So, Christian Judge, if you out there, holla at your girl. So.
So I have been probably dipping and diving more or less in just the literature aspect of comic books more than any manga lately. I haven't been catching any anime that's outside of what's on our Discord watch list. If you're not part of the Girls Can't Geek Discord, then I don't know what to tell you. But Protectors of Wakanda has been heavy. Shout out to Midtown Comics for allowing for me to be able to have access to all new and old back issues. The Protectors of Wakanda is penned by @TheBlurredGirl. She's on Twitter, RIP Twitter. Let us know where Black Twitter is going, and Girls Can't Keep a move there. If not, just come to the Discord. But Protectors of Wakanda is out everywhere. We are definitely excited to see how they're moving forward with the Dora Milaje story now that we've got Namor in the MCU. Let's see if, the literature will be able to show a little more of that. Shout out to @TheBlurredGirl. Shout out to Ashley Woods, another woman of color behind the pen, providing Protectors of Wakanda with all of @TheBlurredGirl's visuals brought to life. But when it comes to what I've been watching lately, I've been sticking to a lot more science fiction and just looking at genetics and tech in a lot of my science fiction, reading it, watching it. So if you guys are interested, just hit us up at the Discord. You can go to Girls Can't Geeks DM on Instagram or Twitter, RIP Twitter, and figure out what we'll be watching next on our awesome bomb ass list of watch party suggestions. And speaking of watch party, let us know if you guys want us to watch anything that you've been watching lately. I know adulting is a little difficult on all four of us.
Yes.
So we're open to suggestions.
Now, I'd say for me, I've kind of been all over the place because lately I've been on a personal mission of heritage and culture and all that stuff. So I've been digging deep into that. So TV and movies haven't really been a huge thing for me outside of House of Dragons. If y'all know me, I am a Greg R. Martin fanatic. I listen to the podcasts of people who read all the books. I watch everything that has come out. I'm excited about all the stuff they got in the works. So that was my thing. On top of that, I like Trin and Bunny. I'm a huge culture, mythology, mystical person. So when I had some downtime, I found The Sandman on Netflix.
Ooh, that shit's fire, bro.
Good one,
Man, the way they took theology, religion, mythology, and mixed it all into one.
Yes.
And it was true to each culture and what you know about each entity. It was flawless. There should be more people talking about it. Not to mention the acting in there was A1. From half of the people you've never heard of.
Episode alert.
If you haven't watched it, go to the Discord, suggest it, and we'll all watch it together. You know what I mean?
Sounds like we're gonna do an episode a la Ray.
Yes.
And then the other one, I wasn't expecting it because I mostly work from home outside of Wednesdays. So when I'm working, I usually put something up to just kind of be playing in the background as background noise because ADHD and I need help focusing. And the Winx Saga was really freaking good about a teenage fairies in a school together, and they're learning how to be fairies, and one of them is like super powerful and everybody's kind of jealous of her. And
what about the bad ones? What are their names? The bitches.
Oh, the fire. I think they call them fire witches or something like
those
that.
Bitches. Those fucking bitches.
I've only seen the first season. I haven't seen the new one that came out yet.
The second season's better.
Let's do a binge.
Yes, I'm down.
Period.
I grew up with the cartoon Winx. And so seeing it here, of course, everybody was like, it's not like the cartoon, blah, blah. I was like, I don't know, I kind of like this a little bit more. Like, it's giving me more life
it's real
than the cartoons were, you know what I mean? And, of course, the cartoons was all itty-bitty skinny minis. But now we got all height, shapes, shades, everything. And I was like, come through, Winks. Come through. So
Right.
I'm down
and
for
then
this.
with like their powers were like flawlessly executed with each character and their personality. And I didn't watch the cartoon. I think the cartoon may have came out after
It was
my time.
My time.
So so me sitting at home and I'm like, I need something to put on because YouTube ain't doing it for me right now. And I was like, let me put this on. And I was like, oh, this is cute. Oh, shouldn't. Well, damn.
Yep, they got stories.
Yes. And some of it's kind of dark.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I was like, okay. So it kind of kicked off me getting back into mythology and mythical, all of that. Also, something that I would recommend, but I watched that from the onset to the end, was The Magicians. It used to be on Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
The way I would explain it is basically if they followed Harry Potter to college.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
It's
perfect.
raw, bitch.
It's raw.
Yeah.
It's raw. Like real life Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Not little, oh, life is great. Oh, here's a problem. Oh, life is great again. No,
is
it's
it
like,
safe to say it's like a version of Harry Potter that's more the boys?
Yes.
Yes.
That's exactly.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I gotta catch up on the boys.
That's-
You know
Yes,
that's
it's
right.
that raw. It really is that raw. Even with the deities and how
they're portrayed.
we don't really talk about how some of the deities actually have negative traits and negative things that they do. And I'm trying not to say too much because I know there's people out there that have never even heard of it. But it is on Netflix, all seasons. It's worth a watch.
Fire.
I hope y'all writing all these things down. Like, okay, we got that and I hope y'all writing it down. If not, you know what you can do? Replay it. If you don't want spoilers, remember, start at 32 and then listen back. Like,
Thank you guys for listening and watching.
Yes. My picks. You got some good ones. Yes. All right. I've been doing more anime and a little creepy stuff. I also was a collector of mythology and all those things. That is me. That was what I did as a kid, you know. But Romantic Killer on Netflix. If you want a cute rom-com anime. 12 episodes, I believe. It is cute as shit. It puts you through all the feels and it's not too cheesy. It's got its cheesy moments, but the character is like, I don't like that cute romantic shit. I just like to do dating simulators. But for me, nah, I just need my video games and my chocolate and that's it. And it's so cute. It's so cute. But it's good. 12 episodes, no filler. It's a good watch. On it. Next,
you said 12, I was sold.
Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man has been fire.
Yeah, I keep hearing about it.
Chainsaw Man has been fire. First episode gonna take you through the feels. Okay. I like because of how people view deities and different spirits or whatever. I like how they always have a play on how that there's a big thing on the juxtaposition of how good or bad a demon can be, or and them having to save other people from demons as well. I like that theme and they do really good with it. I like how they have that balance there. It is gory, it is horny, like a lot of anime is, but I guarantee Chainsaw Man is doing well.
You know what I like? How you guys notice how she used the word juxtaposition? That's one of the sexiest vocabulary words. Shout out to everybody in Girls Can't Geek Land that likes that word too.
It's a good word.
It's a great word.
Last one. Spy Family. I've been catching up on Spy Fam. Family friendly. Definitely. You can watch it with your kids. Not too bad. But Spy Family has been hitting. It's so sweet. It's so adorable. I love it. It's always wholesome fun.
Oh, you reminded me of something else I was into. I did it real quick on stream, but it was the dating simulator for Colonel Sanders.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Y'all, if you got like a good hour just to just go through it, do it. It is the funniest shit ever. I'm like, I'm really out here trying to get Colonel Sanders cheeks. Like, I'm trying to get his chicken recipe.
Clap, clap.
And he fine too, because it's all like animated style too. So it's like, okay, he cute, he tall, got the white hair, and little, you know what I mean? Like, it was working. But I was doing that too. And then also recently, I don't know if you know, don't quote me on this, but because I was hearing it in passing, but we need to stop digging up shit. I mean, I like learning about new shit, but we need to stop digging up shit. They found a new queen in Egypt and 300 bodies surrounding her, and I'm sitting here like, why are we digging this up in the first place? I'm interested. Believe the curse is there.
She said, I'm interested, but what we're not gonna do.
But if some plays start happening, I don't want no part of it. Okay, I don't want no part of it. But just stuff like that has been popping up in the news lately too. Just stuff that I was like keeping up on, and I was like, damn, that's interesting. Put her back, and her 300 people, please. Like, you saw her, she cute. Put it back. Like, put it back where you found her. Put the dirt back on, and then act like nothing happened. But that's besides the point. I'm sorry. I just want to point that out. I heard about it.
Stop digging.
Look, I was getting ready to say, you bringing that up made me remember exactly something I recently learned, because you know how they like to talk about the grave robbers of Egypt. Well, the grave robbers were of European descent, actually.
That part.
They were actually not just stealing their riches, but they were
pedophiles.
They were stealing body parts.
Yeah.
To snort and take as medicine.
Yeah, necrophilic, maniacal,
pedophilical.
Yeah.
I found that out recently, and I was like, I can't look at Egypt the same ever again.
Look, Trin, you hit the nail on the head. The more you start going back in history, there's so much about our own cultures that has been put by the wayside and not really shed light on, and kind of washed as much as possible. You know, one thing about blood is that it stains real deep. And one thing about the body is that funk stains, you know, real hard. And it's a smell you're never going to forget. And one thing that the ancestors are doing is that they coming back. And they coming back with you thought, I heard you bitches looking at me for, what is it?
Here I go.
Yeah. Heard you bitches was looking for me. Here I go. That is how the ancestors are. They don't play. What's done in the dark will come to light. Yeah. And there's so many things that people have tried to erase or eradicate, and it's coming back with a vengeance. And on that note, I want to kind of go into it is Indigenous Peoples Month. It is Native American History Month. And as we said, when we say American, we mean the whole continent of North America.
The whole thing, to the balls and the gooch, bitch.
Yes. And just with Ray, with you being inspired to find out more about your culture, what are some, first of all, would you like to share your heritage with us, or your background and things of that nature?
Yes, I am actually half Blackfoot, which is a Blackfoot Sisika, to be exact, which is a tribe that right now mostly coincides in North Dakota. The other half of the tribe is actually in Canada. And I actually have learned quite a bit about it. My mom obviously knew as much as she could, but they really weren't raised on the reservation. So what she could teach us, she did. So there was a disconnect for us growing up. And I always felt that. It felt like I needed to pull some of that in, but it was like, there's too much disconnect on both sides. Where do I start pulling? And this year was the enlightenment for me to just say, pick one, start there, and then start working your way everywhere else. So I went with what I knew less of. And comes to find out, we are known for our war efficiency. We were one of the tribes that the U.S. was like, yeah, we'll just leave them alone. We're not going to force them down into Oklahoma because they going to kick our ass. And that's something that I was really proud of, because I was like, that means you can't fuck with us. And I kind of like to have that air about me too. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you know Ray, I believe it.
No, look,
I mean,
I'll tell her, and then she'll go be like, "What's up with it, though?"
I will. As a matter of fact, it's fun. So it was like learning that about the tribe, learning that they also helped with the Underground Railroad, and we are starting to believe that some of our bloodline is intertwined with that, and that there's more Black than what we think in our bloodline because of the fact that they helped with the Underground Railroad. And some Black people were adopted into the tribe around those times, which means we intermixed. And I'm like, I'm loving more every day, more of what I'm learning about my people, because I didn't know this either, but the tribe, before, their territory extended all the way from Canada down into Alabama. That was our nomadic land, back and forth. So we intermixed with the Apache, the Comanche, the Sioux. All of them were kind of like distant cousins almost, because we had some of them in us. We intermingled with them quite often. Sometimes we had to fight with them a little bit. But it's like one big giant family. And so I'm like, I'm getting excited about it the more I learn. And I'm like, this is making me excited to go into phase 2 of me going into my Black and trying to find my tribes in my Black side and learning about the cultures and mythologies and everything else that comes with that. So I'm getting really excited about it. And I said that the rest of this year and all of next year is just going to be that time for me to learn about all that.
Yes, I love it.
I expect an update by BlurCon. So
I was gonna say, like, my sister and I, we actually went to a powwow weekend, and I had on my timeline if you're ever to catch it, and the warrior dance and the chicken dance are two of my favorite dances. I love like watching them, and then fancy, I think it's cute, but they're two of my favorite dancing, the warrior dance and the chicken dance, because just I like the drums and the songs. It just invokes so much. You feel it so deep. So when you said warrior, I'm like, that thing is strong, because when you got that in you, it's known. It's known.
It shows even if you don't know, it's gonna show.
100%. And I think that's a beautiful note to end on, because Black Panther, that movie Wakanda Forever, no spoilers, you're fine now, y'all are fine. It showed the respect of Indigenous people, and it showed the respect of culture. And one thing, even with, unfortunately, even with them finding, I forgot the name of the Egyptian queen that they found, but she also was about another Egyptian goddess. I know her name started with the N, but I forgot who it was. But one thing is, when you start to, and then, oh my gosh, just respecting your ancestors. And Dia de los Muertos was the beginning of this month. 2 was November 2nd. Just respecting your ancestors and honoring your culture, and the strength in honoring your culture when you do start doing it is just so beautiful and powerful and amazing. It is very healing and fulfilling. And it's kind of like you just heal through the grievance of the ancestors that you were never able to meet. And I think that's so beautiful. I love it. And I love that for you. I love that for you, Charlie.
Thank you.
Queen Neith, Neith. That's the name that they found for her. Just because it was going to bother me if we didn't say it before we got off of here.
I was sitting here trying to think of it. I was like, do I know that deity?
And it's just it's so funny. It's an unknown deity. I'm like, that's because y'all just don't know her, because that's not your culture. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, if y'all reading the history of people going into these tombs and disrespecting them, I'm like,
well, let's also talk about how the Middle Eastern culture has hijacked the culture of the Egyptians, because real Egyptians
there's a big
are
difference
what used to be
between Middle
Sudanese.
Eastern and Kemet. Big difference.
there is. Yeah.
Yeah, because the migration pattern is that they used to be what are now the Sudanese.
Yeah.
So we gonna stop acting like the great Egyptian kings and queens of our past were not African descent, weren't black.
Yeah.
Because they like to continue to whitewash it, and they knew that it was too colored for it to be white people. So they were like, oh, the Egyptians were like, what is the Persians? And no, they weren't. They were black.
Yeah.
So let's stay true to that.
Yeah. No, I agree. Good.
Yep. Put her back. Put her back. Put her back, please. If I find out she's in a museum, I'm never going to wherever that is. I refuse. Put her and her homies back.
We
all
are
300 of them back. Okay, stop.
Put her back.
You know they're not going to. So I'm just gonna make sure that before I go to bed, I'm gonna pray and speak to her and be like, "Hey, sis, I respect you. I love you, and that wasn't me or my people who dug you up.
It wasn't us.
Don't come.
You know better.
Don't come for us."
That was Tom. But on that note, ladies, we're gonna go ahead and close out, and we're gonna end it by sharing our where can people find you? Where can people find you at? Miss Sunshine and Georgia Rays. Where can people find you at?
Everyone can find me either on Instagram or Twitch, outside of the Girls Can't Geek Discord. Instagram and Twitch is the same thing, Sunshine and Georgia Rays. I actually am going to be streaming this weekend, and trying to get more in tune with having somewhat of a schedule of streaming so that I'm streaming more on a regular basis. So catch me in those paces.
Be there, be square. No,
don't be an else.
You will catch these hands.
Okay, damn right. Damn.
Just remember, top of Canada, okay? Down.
We catch flights out here.
Where can you find you? Where can we find you, Trin?
Everywhere. I was gonna say Twitter, but we'll see. So Instagram. If you really want to get a hold of me, Instagram's gonna be your best bet. 100%. Instagram, Twitch, of course. I'm doing what Ray's doing too. Everything's kind of meddling out now, so I can actually try to have a schedule too. So we'll figure that shit out too. But Instagram, Twitch, especially Twitch. I do have Fan House, but I'm actually gonna be moving to Fansly, so there might be some new content coming out. You know, I'm just saying. There is a new cow outfit that I'm gonna be definitely taking pictures in. And of course, Girls Can't Geek and Girls Can't Geek Discord and everything. Girls Can't Geek, everything here, there, in space, the metaverse, everything in between. That's where you'll find me. But yeah, Twitch, Instagram.
Bunny, where can the people find you? Speaking of the metaverse, you can catch me at BUNNYMIGHTGAMEU. Bunny Might Game You on everything. Bunny Might Game You everything. Google it. But more importantly, at GIRLSCANTGEEK at Girls Can't Geek. I get excited and then I move like this. This is how you know media training doesn't fucking work. But at Girls Can't Geek is where you can find me and all my tremendously talented, amazing girls. If you'd like, you can find me in the metaverse. Just go to bunnyiscanon.com, RSVP, and you will get all of the information that you need to be able to join me and the rest of the Girls Can't Geek posse at Nowhere Metaverse. So go to www.bunnyiscanon.com and RSVP so you can get invited to our next party in the metaverse. All you need is a large bandwidth and a webcam. You don't need an Oculus to attend.
Bring your asses is what we're saying. Okay.
All right, y'all, my beautiful, lovely peoples. My name is Goku's God Cousin. You can find me on Instagram and on TikTok because I be TikToking a little bit. You know,
How about TikTok?
You know, I've been making some, space yams. You know what I'm saying? Some blue yams. No, space yams and blue milk. There we go. If you get the reference. Yes. But please, enjoy the rest of your life. Enjoy food with family, and remember to love yourself. And always, you can visit us at Girls Can't Geek on IG. And remember to ask to be a part of the Discord. All right, and we out.
Bye. Love you guys. Boop.